Man, I thought that was impressive. Some guys are betting on Mack as QB? Let's get to that, but if you think he's a big bet taking over the Bama QB spot, subscribe to the channel. The quarterback race at Alabama is far from over, but one thing is for sure, experts like ESPN's Chris Lowe betting on Austin Mack to take over as the Crimson Tide's QB1 is something that's catching the eye and deserves to be highlighted. This isn't just any opinion, it's an informed analysis that reflects a broader scenario within the program and suggests that Mack may have more momentum in the race for the job than many imagined. Chris Lowe, whose work has proven reliable in breaking big news like Nick Saban's retirement, didn't hesitate to say that Mack has real support among the players. This observation is striking because in college football, especially at a program like Alabama, respect from teammates is a crucial factor in determining who will lead the team. If the players truly see Mack as someone they can trust on the field, that could be a significant differentiator in the competition against Ty Simpson and Keelan Russell. What makes this projection even more intriguing is the timing of it. Recently, reports have surfaced suggesting that Mack has struggled in practice, even dropping to third in the competition behind Simpson and talented freshman Keelan Russell. This information painted a dark picture for Mack, leading many to speculate that he may be out of the running or, worse yet, considering leaving the program via the transfer portal. However, Lowe's analysis comes as an important counterpoint, offering an optimistic view of Mack's chances and highlighting that he is still very much in the running. Of course, Ty Simpson, with his previous experience and solid positioning as the favorite, remains the name most often mentioned when discussing Alabama's future starting quarterback. Analysts like Greg McElroy reinforce this perception, indicating that Simpson is currently ahead. But, as Lowe pointed out, he ain't won yet. This simple but powerful phrase reflects the idea that the race is still wide open and nothing is set in stone. And it's in this context that Mack comes in as a key player. Lowe's mention of Mack's genuine support among the players is something that can't be ignored. In a sport where locker room chemistry and leadership skills are just as important as physical talent, this detail could be what separates Mack from his competitors. He may not be the most hyped or experienced player, but if his teammates genuinely believe in him, that could make all the difference. Plus, Alabama needs Mack engaged and motivated. With only 3 scholarship quarterbacks on the roster, losing a player like him to the transfer portal would be a huge blow to Kalen DeBoer and his coaching staff. Another interesting point Lowe raises is the possibility of Keelan Russell exploding over the summer and winning the job. Russell, described as the most talented of the 3, represents an exciting unknown. However, the fact that he is a freshman could end up working against him, especially in a program where the pressure to perform is immense. This puts an even greater spotlight on Mack, who, despite his recent struggles, appears to be in a strategic position to capitalize on any slip-ups from his competitors. All of this makes Chris Lowe's analysis not only impressive, but extremely relevant. He's not just betting on Mack for the sake of betting, he's highlighting nuances that many might have missed. The idea that Mack has the support of the players, coupled with Alabama's need to keep him engaged in the race, creates a scenario where his rise to the QB1 spot seems more plausible than initially thought. For Crimson Tide fans, this projection is a reminder that the quarterback race is fluid and full of twists and turns. While Ty Simpson remains the favorite, and Keelan Russell the most promising prospect, Austin Mack cannot be underestimated. He represents the kind of game-changing ace up his sleeve that could come at a crucial moment. And with experts like Chris Lowe endorsing his potential, it's clear that Mack is a real prospect and perhaps even more viable than many expected. Between now and a day in summer workouts, all eyes will be on these 3 names. The question remains as to who can turn this opportunity into a solid chance to lead Alabama in 2025. Impressive. That's the word that best describes the current state of the quarterback race at Alabama. While Ty Simpson continues to be considered the favorite to take over as QB1, there's something in the air that suggests this story could still have unexpected twists and turns. And if Austin Mack or Keelan Russell can impress Kalen DeBoer in the coming months, it wouldn't be surprising to see even Nick Saban, yes, that Nick Saban, feeling that good old excitement again when looking at the future of the Crimson Tide. We know that Saban has always been a coach driven by anxiety and the relentless pursuit of perfection. He not only molded Alabama into a relentless college football machine, but he also created a culture where the quarterback is the beating heart of the team. So when rumors surface that he's no longer feeling that same anxiety about the future of the program, fans are naturally concerned. What could change that? Maybe it's the emergence of a player capable of bringing back that sparkle in Saban's eye. And in this scenario, both Mack and Russell have the potential to be that guy. ESPN's Chris Lowe has already pointed out that Austin Mack has real support among the players, something that cannot be underestimated at a program like Alabama. That kind of connection in the locker room could be the difference Mack needs to earn a starting job. If he can turn that support into consistent performances during practice and on a day, it wouldn't be unreasonable to imagine that DeBoer and even Saban could see him as the leader needed to guide the offense in 2025. Sure, Mack has struggled recently, but the ability to overcome obstacles is a trait Saban has always valued in his players. If Mack shows resilience and determination, he could reignite that fire of optimism in the legendary coach. On the other hand, Keelan Russell represents the ace up his sleeve that no one can ignore. Described as the most talented of the three quarterbacks, he's the kind of player who can completely change the dynamic of a game with a single spectacular practice. His youth may be seen as a disadvantage, but it could also be his greatest asset. Russell has the potential to impress not only with his physical talent, but also with his ability to learn quickly and adapt to Kalen DeBoer's system. If he truly explodes over the summer or in fall practices, we could be looking at a phenomenon that would bring back that signature Saban enthusiasm for emerging talent in the program. What makes this matchup even more fascinating is that Ty Simpson, despite being the more experienced name and consistently mentioned as a favorite, has yet to cement his position. As Chris Lowe put it, he hasn't won yet. This openness in the competition leaves room for either Mack or Russell to surprise and take the lead. And if one of those two can truly impress DeBoer enough to be named the starter, the emotional impact of that could be felt even by Saban. Imagine the scenario: Nick Saban, known for his cool calculation, watching a young quarterback lead Alabama with authority, making big plays and elevating the team. It would be impossible for him not to feel that renewed enthusiasm, that sense that the future of the program is in good hands. Whether it's Mack, with his genuine connection to the locker room, or Russell, with his raw talent and limitless potential, either could be the catalyst to bring back the vibrant energy that has always defined Alabama under Saban. What's clear is that this race is about more than just picking a starting quarterback. It's about finding the next leader of the Crimson Tide, someone who can keep the legacy alive while charting a new path. And if Mack or Russell can outlast Ty Simpson and earn Kalen DeBoer's trust, they could not only secure their place on the team, but also reignite that spark of hope and excitement that has always been at the heart of Alabama. How will that play out? Let me hear your thoughts.